Hello, welcome to Bob's Dungeon. My name's Bob, I'll be your host. In this video, we're going to take a look at one of the classes from Dungeons & Dragons as it was portrayed in the different editions of the game. Like I've said before, sometimes a class doesn't appear in the core rulebooks. Instead, they released it in another book. Sometimes I don't have that book that it's in, so if I don't have it, I'll let you know where you can find it, and then we'll move on. But in this video, we're going to take a look at the Bard. In first edition, the Bard is kind of weird. Instead of placing him with the other classes, they put him in the back of the book in the appendixes. Because in first edition, they considered him a hybrid class, both a fighter, a rogue, with magic abilities. The main attributes for the class are strength, wisdom, dexterity, and charisma. The Bard can only be a human or a half-elf. No other races can be a Bard. And the descriptions in the book read very weird. I'll read you one paragraph so you can see how strange it is portrayed in the book. Bards begin play as fighters, and they must remain exclusively fighters until they have achieved at least the 5th level of experience. Anytime thereafter, and in any event prior to attaining the 8th level, they must change their class to that of thieves. Again, sometimes between 5th and 9th level of ability, the bards must leave off thieving and begin clerical studies as druids. But at this time, they are actually bards and under druidical tutelage. Bards must fulfill the requirements of all the above classes before progressing to the bard table. They must always remain neutral, but can be chaotic, evil, good, or lawful neutral if they wish. It's kind of strange, but the bard in this book can progress up to level 23. He gets 1d6 hit points per level until 10th level. After that, he gains a +1 to his hit points for each level thereafter. One of the things they did in first edition that they didn't do in later editions is each level got a title. The titles for the Bard are at first level the Rhymer, at second level the Lyrist, at third level the Sonneteer, at 4th level the Skald, at 5th level the Rackeroid, at 6th level the Jungler, at 7th level the Troubadour, at 8th level the Minstrel, at 9th level the Muse, at 10th level the Lorist, at 11th level Bard. At 12th level he's a Master Bard, and there after that he's just Master Bard with the level attached to it, such as Master Bard 13th, Master Bard 14th, so forth. The Bard gets thieves skills, and as he progresses levels, of course, they go up. At 13th level, the bards can read scrolls that contain druid spells. The bard is proficient with leather or magical chainmail, no shields. The weapons that the bard can use is the club, the dagger, the dart, the javelin, the sling, the scimitar, the spear, the staff, or a sword. And it goes on to explain more about the bards, their training and abilities, but it's pretty back and forth on how it's laid out. But let's move on. Second edition, the bard is listed with the normal classes. and he is considered part of the thieves class, meaning that he uses the same experience table as the thief. He gets 1d6 hit points per level until level 10. After that, he gains 2 hit points per level until he caps out at 20. This book only takes the rogue, or the bard, to 20th level. The bard has ability requirements in dexterity, intelligence, and charisma. The only races allowed to be a bard is the human and the half-elf, like in first edition. The bards have their own spell progression, and as they gain levels, they have certain abilities that they can increase. They have climb walls, detect noise, pickpockets, and read languages. That has a base percentage of success when they start. They gain 15 points to split up amongst them as they gain each new level. It goes in to explain about the bard training, background, so forth. And it reads about the same as the other classes in 2nd edition. But it's not as confusing as it is in 1st edition. So let's go ahead and move along to 3rd edition and 3.5. The bard in these editions are word for word exactly the same, with an extra paragraph added in the 3.5 book, which discusses the bard's role within the party. Bards can be of any alignment, but are incapable of being lawful. As far as religion goes, bards favor Farlangia, the god of the roads. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. And some favor Paler, the god of the sun. While occasionally they worship Alimara, the god of thieves. I know I'm not pronouncing any of these right. Any race can be a bard in this edition, which is a definite improvement over the previous editions. The abilities for the bard are, the main abilities are charisma, and that's pretty much it. A good dexterity. Intelligence is also important. They get a d6 for hit points and can be any alignment as long as it's not lawful. The skills in the 2 books are exactly the same, the skill list. The big difference between the skill list is that in 3.5 they phased out some skills or renamed them. So under the skills, the bard in 3rd edition has Intuit Direction, which was phased out of the 3.5, so he doesn't have that in 3.5. And Scry, he doesn't have Scry in 3.5, but he has it in 3rd edition. And that, I think, is about it on the differences in the skills. His weapon proficiencies. A bard is proficient with all simple weapons. Additionally, the bard is proficient with one of the following weapons: the longbow, composite bow, longsword, rapier, sap, short composite bow, short sword, short bow, or the whip. Bards are proficient with light armor, medium armor, and shields. The bard in this book can progress up to 20th level. The attack bonus for the bard starts off at nothing. He gains a +1 at 2nd level, which progresses by 1 until he hits 8th level. At 8th level, he's at +6 to hit, plus he gets a second attack at +1. There's no change from that to 9th level, and then from 10th to 16th level, he gains a +1 to his attack until he hits 15th level, which he gains a third attack. The attack bonus on 16th and 17th level are exactly the same, and he gains a +1 to his attack bonuses after that. At 20th level, he's capable of 3 attacks at +15, +10, and +5. His saving throws in both books for fort, reflex, and will are exactly the same. His spells per day that he can cast are exactly the same. Where we run into a difference is under his special. At first level, in third edition, the bard has bardic music and bardic knowledge. He gains nothing per level after that as far as special abilities go. However, in the 3.5 book, at first level, the bard gets bardic music, bardic knowledge, counter song, fascinate, and inspire courage +1. He gains nothing at 2nd level. At 3rd level, he gains inspire competence. He gets nothing for 4th and 5th level. He gets suggestion at 6th, nothing at 7th, inspire courage +2 at 8th, inspire greatness at 9th level, nothing for 10th and 11th level. He gets Song of Freedom at 12th level, nothing at 13th level. He gets inspire courage +3 at 14th level, inspire heroics at 15th level, nothing for 16th and 17th level. He gets mass suggestion at 18th level, nothing at 19th level, and inspire courage +4 at 20th level. And that's the bard in 3rd and 3.5. So let's move on to 4th edition. 4th edition, the bard did not appear in the core rulebook, but he does appear in the player's handbook too. The bard in this went through some changes like all the character classes in 4th edition. And it goes on to talk about how the bard functions with his singing and stuff. His class features: his role as a leader, his power source is arcane, his key abilities are charisma, intelligence, and constitution. His armor proficiencies are cloth, leather, hide, chainmail, and light shield. His weapon proficiencies are simple weapons, long sword, scimitar, short sword, simple ranged, military ranged. His implements are wands. His bonus to defense is a +1 to reflex and a +1 to will. His hit points at first level are 12 plus his constitution score, and he gains 5 hit points per level thereafter. His healing surges per day are 7 plus his constitution modifier. It gives a list of his trained skills. His class features are bardic training, bardic virtue, majestic word, multi-class versatility, skill versatility, song of rest, and words of friendship. In 4th edition, all the characters can progress up to 30th level. Every 10 levels is considered a new tier. After 10th level, you get to pick a paragon path for your character. The paragon paths for the Bard are the Student of the Seven, the Summer Rhymer, the Voice of Thunder, and the War Chanter. And that's all I'm going to say about the Bard for 4th edition. So we'll move on to 5th edition. In 5th edition, the Bard pretty much comes back to what everybody expects the Bard to be, or what they're used to the Bard being. His main focuses are music and performing and poetry, that kind of thing. The hit points for the Bard now go up to 1d8 per level. At first level, you get a full 8 plus your Constitution modifier, and then a d8 plus your Constitution modifier thereafter. Your proficiencies are light armor, simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short bows. The tools for the Bard are 3 musical instruments of your choice. The Bard's saving throws are dexterity and charisma, and you can pick any 3 skills. The Bards get spellcasting abilities in 5th edition and can progress up to 20th level. The Bard's proficiency bonus that he gets in this game starts off at +2 and goes up to +3 at 5th level, +4 at 9th level, +5 at 13th level, +6 at 17th level, and caps out at +6 at 20th level. The features of the Bard: at first level, he gains spellcasting and bardic inspiration at d6. At second level, he gets Jack of all trades and Song of Rest at d6. At third level, he picks a bardic college and gets expertise. The bardic colleges that the Bard can pick from are College of Lore, College of Valor. That's it. They added stuff like this to 5th edition. Once you get, usually about 3rd level, you get to pick a kind of path that your character follows to kind of break him up a little bit more. At 4th level, you get an ability score improvement. At 5th level, you get bardic inspiration at d8 and font of inspiration. At 6th level, you get counter charm and a bard college feature. At 7th level, you get nothing. At 8th level, you get an ability score improvement. At 9th level, you get Song of Rest at d8. At 10th level, you get bardic inspiration at d10, expertise, and magical secrets. You get nothing at 11th level. At 12th level, you get an ability score increase. At 13th level, you get Song of Rest at d10. At 14th level, you get magical secrets, bardic college feature. At 15th level, you get bardic inspiration at d12. At 16th level, you get an ability score increase. At 17th level, you get Song of Rest at d12. At 18th level, you get magical secrets. At 19th level, you get an ability score increase. And at 20th level, you get superior inspiration. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say about the 5th edition Bard. And the Bard in general. So, would I play a Bard? No. I don't care for Bards. I've never really played one. Would I allow a Bard in one of my games? Yes, actually, I would. even though I don't care for the bard and I don't like to play them, I've had a lot of cool stuff happen with the players that actually do like to play bards and play them. Would I recommend a bard? I really can't say that I can because I've never played one, so I don't really feel comfortable with recommending one. So that's pretty much all I got to say. Thank you for joining me at this look at the bard class as it progresses through the different editions of Dungeons & Dragons. Hopefully you'll join me in the next video where I'll talk about something else. Bye.